Look who's out here doing her own makeup. Who? Me? Yes, she, me, her. We are doing our own makeup. It's beginner friendly, trust me. So you want to stay tuned for this one. Keep watching. Hey guys, thank you for tuning back in. If you're new here, my name is Ty Chanel. Everybody else, you already know what kind of shenanigans we about to get into today. Y'all seen it. I'm about to do my own makeup, okay? All by myself. Maybe not all by myself, but with the assistance of my makeup artist. Literally, she will be walking me through step by step on how to apply my makeup so that I can go on vacation and feel, you know, when I put on my nice little outfit, you know, I have a face to match and it doesn't just give you plain Jane, okay? We don't give plain Jane, but you know what I mean. So, roll back the footage and come back with me before I look like this. So I wanted to pop back on here and just show you guys really quickly what is going on with my face. So literally I have not added anything to my face. I just got up, I washed my face, and I brushed my teeth. But my face goes through this transition during the winter slash spring season. It does like a change. And I feel like, you know, when you go get your makeup done and they ask you, do you have dry or oily skin? I typically have a dry skin. So what I think has happened is I've been using my facial cleaner regularly, and what it has done is dried out my skin. All of that to be said also mixed in with when I was doing the eye patches up underneath my eyes. I definitely think there is a way to do those things, and I think I was using the products, meaning I would use my facial cleanser and then I would, you know, the face would be clean and smooth, but I would then go back, put the eye things on, you know, on a clean face, and then the products were basically burning my skin. So that is what I feel is what's going on with my skin now. That mixed with me using the facial hair remover and possibly leaving it on too long. Literally, I left it on for maybe like 2 to 3 minutes, and I didn't have that much, but for finer hair in this area, I feel like it takes a little bit longer. But literally this time, 2 to 3 minutes, and I really am convinced that it's because of the process in which I did my routine, because I did the facial thing, then I came back and put that on. My pores were open and everything like that, so it caused some burning. So I'm just gonna kind of come in closer so you guys can see right here, like around the corners of my mouth, down here, and right across here. Basically, I have burnt myself. So now what is happening is these areas are like crusted over and they really need some attention. They need to be moisturized. If you look up underneath my eye where the eye things are, and I usually don't have this, guys, you've seen my face before, even so much like I've put the cleanser on my like eyelids and stuff like that, and I think you can see it really good on this one. I hope that it's picking up because obviously my eye is closed. But yeah, I have basically burnt myself. So do I recommend getting your makeup done while you have all of this going on? No, I don't, but I do want to go ahead and get this content out for you guys. So I just wanted to pop on and let you guys know what was going on underneath the makeup before I get this makeup look and me doing my own makeup started. So if you guys have these things going on with your face, I would say don't try your best not to use any makeup, especially if you don't need to. If it's a day-to-day thing and you're going out somewhere, maybe light makeup. But like I said, I'm trying to record this video for you guys, so I kind of want to just, I don't want to pile it on, but I do want to have some type of makeup on for the video. It's also going to really test my technique as far as what I will be able to conceal and what my makeup artist is going to be able to teach me about if I encounter this issue again, because we've all been on vacation, got a little sunburn maybe on our face or in an area that, you know, is a little bit more red or whatever the area turns for you guys. And need to maybe just cover up blemishes or whatever the case may be. So I think this will actually be a good challenge in a way. So you guys hang tight and I will come back when my makeup artist is here. So if you don't know, I actually have what I think is a pretty decent amount of makeup. So originally, I wanted to go to the store and have my makeup artist kind of send me a list of things of what we need to do this video for you guys. But unfortunately, it didn't happen. So she reassured me that I would be able to apply my own makeup with just the makeup that I have. And this collection that I've accumulated is just over time, you know, going to the MAC counter, going in and getting my makeup done once they do my makeup, and just buying some of the products that they recommended when they were doing that session. And then some of the products I have bought on my own. I have a few like palettes and stuff, you know, just, you know, just some very basic things. I don't plan on doing any eye really makeup. I want this look to be very basic because I am going on vacation, and typically when I do travel, I am going to areas where it is particularly hot, and a lot of people don't like to pile on the makeup when it's hot. So I just want something light, and basically when I'm looking cute, maybe zhuzh it up a little bit for, you know, dinner or something. The brushes also, I just buy them at random. I have no clue what they do and how they're used. So this is all going to be strictly from a beginner's point of view, you guys. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video. I will come back when my makeup artist is here and we will get started. Hey guys, so we are back and I have my makeup artist here. Her name is Marissa, and I will get to introducing her in just a second. But I wanted to just pop on and let you know that we have gone ahead and pulled some products, because this look is just going to be for an everyday, not too glammy, just enough on vacation, at least for me, okay? And some of my staple things that I need are lip gloss and an eyeliner. That's what you guys get from me all the time. But we're gonna, you know, take it a little step further. So I've already gone and pulled some of the products. I've pulled some of the brushes. Marissa was gracious enough to help me with that. So now we're just going to go ahead and jump into the application and learn how to put this stuff on properly. So without further ado, come on in, Marissa.
Hi.
So yes, this is Marissa. She is a professional makeup artist. She quite often is in my videos beating my face.
I'm more behind the scenes. So hi guys. Sorry if I don't know what I'm doing.
She definitely does. All right guys, so let's just go ahead and jump into this application. Okay guys, so here is my setup. All of my products except for this nice little tool that I need to get, which is for, tell them what it's for.
It's just a dish to put your products on. If you're doing it yourself, you can totally use the back of your hand. That's fine. But for the video purpose and just to have everything displayed out, I think that will be easier. And you can get it on Amazon, certain beauty stores, stuff like that.
Okay, so we've got a couple of foundations, and guys, Marissa didn't swatch me, but she's done my makeup quite often, and I've just accumulated, like I said before, these products just within going to the MAC store getting my makeup done when they were doing makeup in store. So we got a MAC Prep and Prime, we've got some concealer, we've got some foundation, and we've got a contour stick. We also have some shades of blushes, some that have a little more glowy, like glittery type of finish, and then I'm going to venture into possibly doing my eyes. So we got a few shadows here, and I have my staple eyeliner from MAC in Smolder, and then just some brushes that I've accumulated and Marissa has helped me pull out in order to use these products. So nothing is being I'm not using a specific product over another one. I'm only using what I have. So I don't want to get caught up in too much of what the product is and what the color is. I really want you guys to focus on the application, because this is really beginner friendly. So without further ado, once again, okay, we are going to get jumped into this application.
Okay, so let's start by putting a little bit of primer onto the dish. I usually say like 2 pumps.
Okay.
And to preface this, Ty also told me she's been feeling dry, so she already did all of her skin prep previously. So she's moisturized, toned, all of that good stuff. So this is just the makeup portion. If you want to do your foundation too, you could also put a little bit on that dish. And that's going to be more fuller coverage if you want more like a going out look. And then that one, yes, will be a little bit more sheer. So for daytime, let's do that one.
Okay.
Maybe like 2 to 3 pumps too. Perfect. And then a little bit of your concealer. You could also, or actually we can wait for that one. Let's just start with this.
Okay.
Now for the primer, you could use that dense brush, the one like right in front. Yes, perfect. And you could use that to apply, or your hands, whatever your preference is.
Okay.
And that just kind of goes all over, no rhyme or reason.
There's no like particular,
No, I mean,
just make sure you're hitting all the spots.
With this one, it's really user friendly. Like, it's not going to make you too dewy or too matte. It's called Skin Base by MAC. I like that one because it just gives a really nice base for the makeup to hold on to, but it doesn't need to be applied in any specific way.
I feel like I don't have enough.
You can do more.
Okay.
Especially if you feel like, sometimes when I am dry, my skin just drinks it all up.
Right.
And it's that lotion consistency, so it's nice.
Okay.
You can never do really too much.
Okay. Okay, guys, so we have used the Prep and Prime, and I put it all over. So we're going to use the same brush, right, Marissa?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And I am going to get into this foundation. Now, do I need to...
Yeah, you can start off with just like a normal amount. Nothing too much, nothing too little. You can always add more.
Okay. And just...
Yep. Mm-hmm. You can do like little circular... That's... It's okay. Just go ahead and you can put like streaks all over your face like that. And that's just placement, so don't worry.
Okay.
And this is a sheer formula, so it's not going to be like too crazy.
Okay.
And once it's on, you can do little circular buffing motions if you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Trying to like blend it in.
Exactly.
Everywhere?
Usually I'll focus like the center of the face because, especially with your skin, you have you don't really even need coverage. This is just giving a nice base. But typically most people in the center of their face is where you want the most coverage. That's, where the eye goes.
Okay.
You're going to notice the biggest payoff with that. So I kind of work from the center outwards. But that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, the goal is just to get it all over and have an even base.
Oh, Lord.
You're doing great. But, it can be applied however feels right to you. That's the fun thing about makeup. There's really no rules. And
so there's no recommended obviously you guys are the professionals. Is there a trick to would it go on smoother if I was doing
Well, I think the brush and whatever tool you're using to apply it is where you'll really get, you know, a little added something. Like you can use a beauty blender if you're more dry and you want that softer application. With this specific formula, I think the brush you're using is perfect.
Okay.
But that's also preference too. So some people prefer like the traditional paintbrush to put it on, but I like that dense fluffy brush because it's faster. And I just feel like it puts the product on really smooth and even. But, you know, just kind of goes back to what is better for you and what makes sense in your daily routine. I think applying your primer and your foundation with the same brush is just going to be faster.
Okay.
And that's a really good option for that.
Is there ever like, because I'm not a person that loves to be like, I don't want to be cakey.
Yes.
I don't want my makeup to crack. Or it to really look like I've just piled a ton of makeup on. Totally. So does that, is that all in the foundation? Is the application of the foundation, does that?
Yes and yes. I think both will play a role in that, especially with powder too. You know, the different layers and how you're prepping your skin, all of that good stuff is going to play a factor in how it looks throughout the day and how it wears. And especially, you know, the texture. So it kind of goes back to how you're taking care of your skin and, you know, all the legwork to getting it prepped. So by doing your toner and all that good stuff, that's where you're going to get the payoff. That looks really good. I think the dense foundation. See, you said you don't know what you're doing. You do. But no, I think that brush was perfect for it. It looks really even and smooth and just like fresh.
All right, guys. Smooth and fresh, she said.
Yes.
Alrighty, guys.
Okay, round 2.
Okay, guys. Now I'm really freaking out, okay? I am getting ready to contour. Okay, contour. So I have this Wonder Stick that has 2 different colors on each end. One of a warm tone and one more of a darker tone. I'll let Marissa tell you guys what she just told me.
Okay, so this is something she already had in her makeup repertoire, and it's the perfect product to both bronze and contour. So I told her with this guy, she can use the side that's a little bit warmer first, just to put warmth back into her face, and I told her draw a 3. Now that sounds a little bit weird, but basically what I mean by that is that on this, you know, curve of her forehead area, going under the cheekbone and then under the jawline. So kind of like a backwards 3. Well, kind of like here. I'm going to help. So like this.
Okay.
And you can do that on both sides. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're blending this out. This is just to add a little bit of warmth back into the face. Because with foundation, you know, it all becomes one tone. We want to give some dimension. Yep, good.
Okay.
And then that other brush that we just took out, that like rose gold one, that's dense also, kind of like the foundation, but that's perfect to blend out the contour / bronzer. With this one, just do like a little bit smaller. Yes. Like, yeah, perfect. Little circles.
Now, am I blending it back or just where it is?
I'm kind of blending upwards. Like, yep, perfect. And then back into the hairline. You want it to be as seamless as possible. That's a nice creamy formula, so it should buff out pretty easy. Yep.
And then down here into the jawline. You guys, all my brushes are new, so I feel like they're like awkward, like they're kind of stiff.
No, it looks good. They're getting some. they're getting worn in. Yes. That's perfect.
Okay.
Okay, so now we'll go into the cool tone one. We'll come right back for that.
Okay, guys. So we have the more darker color, and this is going to be for
creating a shadow. It's a little bit more cool toned.
All right, so she showed me how to do it on this side, so I'm gonna do it for you guys on this side. And this one, she said, just do more like by the cheekbone, and it's just a literal
swipe.
Oh gosh,
a little bit more.
Okay,
that's perfect.
Like further in, or
more coming in towards your mouth area, just a little bit more. Yep. There we go.
Okay.
And you're going to do that same brush and kind of buff it out. instead of the little circles. I mean, you still could do that, but you could just use the swiping method. Yep, perfect.
And now, am I going forward, backwards, or?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
This is just giving more of that shadowy look. The difference between bronzing and contouring is that, you know, the bronzing is more of adding that warmth and like where the sun naturally hits you. And then with contouring, you're creating that shadow and more chiseled look. Yep.
I'm doing stuff I see.
Yeah. No, you're doing good. I love it.
So does it matter? Because I feel like, okay, I was going to say, I feel like this side maybe like blended a little bit better.
Mm-hmm. I mean, sometimes it just depends. It's a cream, so, you know, it can dry down a little bit faster.
Okay.
Or maybe one side has a little bit more, but blending everything out is always your best friend. There's no problem over blending, you know?
Okay.
You can add more products like cooking. You can always add more salt.
Okay.
And whatever is left on your brush, you can add a little bit on the corners of your forehead. You can also place the product up there, but since, you know, we're starting with a beginner friendly,
okay,
I don't want to do too many steps. So just by using whatever's left on the brush, you can hit the temples, the forehead. You can even do the sides of your nose if you're really feeling adventurous.
Let's try it, guys.
Yeah.
What do we have to lose? We're not on vacation yet.
Yes, exactly. Yep, perfect. And if you ever feel like you messed this part up, that's the beauty about having your foundation brush separate. You can always take it and go over.
Okay.
If you're like, oh my gosh, I blended it too much, you know, or like I blended into the wrong direction, whatever the case may be, that can always help kind of clean up anything. But it looks great.
Okay, we're looking good, guys. Next step.
Yep. Okay.
All right, guys. So we are back, and we are going to conceal for our lives, okay? Because we need to try to get or conceal these bags, okay? So I'm going to use a beauty blender for this one, and Marissa gave me a little trick, and she said you can use the beauty blender dry, but she feels like if it's a little bit damp, not soaking wet, but a little bit damp, it makes the application a little bit smoother. So we're going to try that out. So I have my concealer here, and I'm just going to just kind of do a couple of dots. Now I do see some people just kind of swipe it. Is there any like difference to that?
No. I mean, I guess it just depends on how much coverage you want. I think for the look we're going for, this is perfect. You could do swipes too, just, you know, your preference.
And this is more of a pat?
Yes, kind of just pouncing it out.
Okay.
And it's kind of more of like an upside down triangle application. So right underneath your eyes, just think about that, like a little upside down triangle. That's typically the area that you want to have that brightness. You can dab a little bit on your eyelids and even use that as your eyeshadow primer.
Okay.
Just kind of depends. I'm more dry, so I'm able to do that too. And if you're feeling more dry right now, that'll work. But if you're more oily, sometimes an eyeshadow primer is the way to go so you don't get that creasing.
Now I know I'm super concentrated like on the bag itself. Is that like a no-no or?
No, I think that's fine. You know, even sometimes if I notice my under eyes are, you know, needing some extra TLC, I'll let the concealer dry down a little bit and then blend it out just so that it has a chance to kind of settle and you get more of an opaque finish. But by blending it out right away, it's going to be more, you know, natural. And you still have like a really nice bright under eye.
Okay, y'all, look at that. Go ahead, Ty.
Yes.
I'm telling y'all, look, y'all can have more videos because I'm gonna be doing my makeup. Okay.
I love it.
All right, so is the concealer just for the under eyes, or because I see a lot of videos where people put it other places, they're drawing stems over here and here, and I just want, you said just for this look.
Okay.
And it being beginner friendly.
Totally.
Tell everybody out there where this concealer should be going.
You can do a lot with concealer. So
okay.
You can also, you know, the whole concept of concealer is highlighting and brightening.
Okay.
With that being said, it's flattering to have it down the bridge of the nose. You can
okay.
do it in the center of the forehead. You can even use it to clean up underneath your contour if you really want a more dramatic look.
Okay.
You can also just do this with whatever's left on your beauty blender. It's that same way that we use what was left of the contour to like hit the sides of our nose, you know, the temples and whatnot. It just depends on how drastic you want, you know, that brightness and that contrast.
Gotcha. So for this video, guys, we are just, as I said before, this is beginner friendly. So we're just going to put it up underneath the eyes because that is my insecurity when it comes to makeup or without makeup is the bags. I don't get much sleep because I work mostly at night. So my bags tend to pop out a little bit more. So that's typically what I use to, that's usually when I go get my makeup done, what I want the makeup artist to conceal for me the most. So we'll get back to you in the next step. All right, y'all, let's get ready to bake. Okay, so I have the same beauty blender that I was using and putting my concealer on, and I've got some Fenty powder here that I'm going to be using, and Marissa said just to kind of dab it in there.
Perfect.
Is that too much?
You can tap off a little excess if it feels like too much.
Okay.
That looks good, yeah.
And literally, guys, it's just kind of making a stamp up underneath the area in which I put that concealer. Little trick, Marissa said, to just kind of take your hand or your beauty blender and right up underneath your eyes, because everybody has these lines up underneath their eyes, creases, okay? And just kind of make sure that you kind of get the product where it needs to be. Settle it out. Don't let any buildup be in there. This will help when you do put the powder, not for it to settle. Okay, so let's get some baking going on.
Like a natural.
Okay.
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay. And we leave it there?
Yes.
Okay. Did I not put enough? Because I feel like...
You can add a little bit more.
Okay.
And then if you know, everyone's skin type is different.
Okay.
But if maybe you smile a lot, or maybe you get more oily in your T-zone, you can also do the same stamping technique and do your forehead.
Okay.
And then the smile lines. And no matter what, I feel like everyone gets more of like a flawless base by setting those areas, just because they are the most likely to crease. So whatever's left on your beauty blender, or if you need to grab more, yeah, I would do those areas.
Okay. So you guys T-zone. Okay.
And since,
and
you're going to
down the middle, or?
Yeah, that's perfect. You're going to be in like a humid climate. So even if you're not trying to be dewy, I'm sure you'll get a little bit of shine just because of how hot it will be. And this will help give your makeup a little more longevity. Yep, perfect.
Okay, and do I just leave it like that?
So we can leave it because you want to do a little eyeshadow look.
Okay.
You can also sweep it away. I know you said you've been feeling more dry.
Yes.
So, you could probably get away with sweeping it off right away. The more oily you are, it's better to leave your bake on.
Okay.
So that's just going to depend on per person.
Okay.
But since you're feeling more dry, let's go ahead and use that big...
Okay, so I have my fluffy brush here, and I'm going to just kind of get rid of the bake. And literally, I'm just, I guess, like sweeping it away. Same thing up here?
Yep.
Alright guys, let's get into the blush. So because I am not super adventurous, I'm going to stick with more of the neutral tones, I guess. More softer, I guess, is what I'll say. So I am going to be using a mixture of these two colors. Don't ask me what they are. And I'm going to be hitting right at the apples of my cheeks. So let's get blushing. I always wanted to do that.
Perfect.
Is there like, am I supposed to do it until I can see color, or? Okay.
And that's why sometimes I'll add even that intimidating pink color.
Okay.
Or something that you
to
probably...
like bring it up?
Yes.
Okay.
You wouldn't reach for. Even if you just swirl and kind of grab a little bit of that to top it off with. Blush is always the first thing to fade, so I'm always pretty generous when it comes to blush. And some people, they hate blush altogether, but I feel like it really brings, life and dimension to the face. But again, preference, whatever feels right.
Yeah, my hat goes off to makeup artists because this is definitely a...
Oh my god, you're doing really good. You guys,
Thank you.
I'm proud of her. She's a quick learner. And this is all stuff she had, so it's good to make use of the things that, you know, maybe are collecting dust. You know.
True facts. True facts. Okay. How are we looking?
That looks really good.
Okay.
Highlights next.
Alright guys, so we are going to jump straight into highlight, and I am using more of a, you know, glittery looking palette. Alrighty. Well, this one doesn't give me that tap tap.
Yep. And you can grab a little bit more too.
Okay.
That is perfect placement.
Okay.
Just gives more dimension and glowy glitteriness, like you said. But I like that formula because it's really smooth. It just gives a nice brightness and glowy finish. It's like the cherry on top.
Go back in there and do these, or...
Mm-hmm. I love extra highlighter myself. So I'm always wanting to be as glowy as possible. But whatever your heart desires.
There you go.
Yeah.
You guys, this is super hard for me. Marissa keeps giving me great compliments and saying I'm doing well. We're going to see after this final, this final
She
look.
is.
Okay.
That looks good.
Alrighty. No more blending or anything up in here.
That's
okay.
a nice kind of, like that brush is, you can show them too. This is a little bit different than the other ones we were using. This will be easiest for highlighting because it's kind of floppy, like the bristles are nice and long. So it works with you. It's going to do a lot of the work for you.
Okay. Okay, guys. We are going to venture into doing these brows. Now, I did do the left brow off camera. I'm going to do the right brow for you guys. So I'm going to come and use my, it's this one. I have the eyebrows spiked, the one with the spoolie on the end, and then the pencil thing on the other side. So I feel like my eyebrows are always bushy. I used to get them done all the time, but I don't anymore because I just don't. It's not one of those things that I actually do. So now, as I was instructed, I am gonna kind of draw like a line up underneath as like a guide. Oh, I think I messed that up.
That's okay.
Okay. But I guess essentially what I want to do is draw a line up underneath that's going the shape of the eyebrow that's already there. Okay, so
And you can always use your spoolie if you need to buff anything off, especially if that line isn't exactly where you wanted it. Yep.
Okay.
And just kind of use it as your eraser, and then you can place it a little bit higher. But that's the exact concept, so that was good.
Okay, so let's try that again, you guys. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna go in here and kind of, I think my mistake with when I was doing this, as I was explaining to Marissa, is that I would make them too dark. And sometimes, at least for me, I feel like when I do my eyebrows, it can come off very like masculine looking. So then I just give up at that time. But I think the way that you're supposed to do this is kind of just go in the direction of the hairs with small, maybe quick strokes. And then I was really fumbling when I got out here towards the tail because this is where I have less hair. So with that, I can just kind of draw that line.
Little hair-like strokes.
Yeah.
And you're just mimicking exactly, you know, your natural brow shape, but where it is more sparse, just adding a little more color into that area.
Now, is there a particular way I should be doing my eyebrows.
Perfect. And I love that you're using the spoolie.
Okay.
That's such an advantage to having it on your brow brush because it helps disperse that product. A lot of the times we'll put more in thinking, oh, I'm missing some right here. It's already on the brow. You just have to comb it through. So that was perfect.
I do feel like this one is a little bit more thicker than this one we did over here.
A little bit, but with concealer, you can make them even.
Okay.
Or if you're preferring this, you can add more to the other one.
Okay.
Or spoolie some product through and, you know, calm it down a little bit. But I actually like it. I think they look pretty good. They're like symmetrical. I see what you're saying very faintly, but with the concealer, you won't even be able to tell.
All right, so let's jump into that concealer. I have my, what I'm calling like a flat brush. And then I have a little bit of concealer here on my little palette. And I'm just gonna make this like...
This just crisps them up. Gives that like nice defined highlighted look. And can clean up any boo-boos if you got like any extra. Yeah. Kind of just dragging it. That looks good.
Okay. I forgot what we did after this.
Then you can use your finger or you can use that like larger blending brush and just diffuse that product down.
Okay, guys, look at that brow coming in. All right. All right. How are we looking?
Perfect.
Another trick she told me. I can use this, what is this?
That one was limited edition, but it's just a bronzer.
A bronzer, okay. And I can put this like right in my crease. Your crease become more defined once y'all get older, and yes, I am older. Okay. So I am just gonna put that
just like a little windshield wiper. Perfect.
All right, guys, so highlighter in the crease. Let's get in there.
Bronzer.
Bronzer. See, I'm already messing up the names.
It's okay, they go hand in hand.
Windshield wipe strokes.
Perfect.
Back and forth. And she said this is very like forgiving.
Yes.
I feel like, yeah, it's totally dry in there.
No, it looks good.
Okay. Moving right along.
You had that right.
Okay. What is this?
This is just like a flat blending brush.
Gotcha. And I'm going to be using this. I'm dipping it back into that same color, you guys, that I put along my cheek, the upper part of the apples of my cheek. So I'm going to be just kind of putting this all over my eyelid here. So bear with me, you guys. Let's do this one.
Just sweeping it over the lid. I think on vacation, no one wants to pack, you know, a bunch of different things. This is the perfect way to make use of your highlighting palette for also your eyes. And the whole look is super cohesive that way. And you can just let your eyelid be normal too. You don't have to try. Yeah.
Because that's me. I'm blind already.
Well, no, it's okay. You're trying to focus and, you know, get up in there. But that way the lid.
So it could be open or closed?
When it's relaxed like that, that's how you're going to be interacting with people. Like, you're going to have your eyelids relaxed. So I feel like it's a more accurate placement that way. And you can lift your chin up a little bit more. And that way you can see into your crease and get a little bit better placement that way. Yep.
Okay. I feel like there's more on here, but you guys, please bear in mind that I do have like, so how it looks more up here, I do feel like that's where my skin is kind of peeling. So it's not so much on this eye.
You can also just take the bronzer again, that other brush that we were using, and use that to kind of smooth out the areas that may be grabbing some more. And, you know, if your skin is going through a dry patch, maybe just the bronzer is the step. We don't want to accentuate anything with more shimmers. It just depends, too, on the look that you have in mind. But see, that instantly is kind of toning it down a little bit, making it more natural.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
And from here, you could do just mascara. You could put on a lash if you wanted. You could add more eyeshadow if that was what you had in mind. But this is just kind of like a quick, fresh look that I feel like anyone could do.
Sweet. All right, so I'm gonna pop some eyeliner. Now I always put my eyeliner here. Is that wrong, or should I be more
No, that's perfect.
in? Because I always feel like it kind of bleeds out, and then I end up having these like darker circles.
I mean, you can blend it out on the bottom, like underneath your waterline, and add a little shadow to kind of set it. But I like just in the waterline. I mean, if that's your signature too, I like that.
Okay, look at us. We coming
She's
together.
Yes.
Okay.
And then you can add a little mascara.
A little mascara. Okay. This is so bad because I don't know which one is...
That's a good one.
Okay.
And especially, you know, on vacation, usually something waterproof or like humidity resistant.
All right, guys. So my lashes are probably a makeup artist's worst nightmare. They typically do not curl. I was born with these eyelashes. Okay, they are freaking straight as I don't know what. So they're the bane of my existence is trying to even get them to curl, or I honestly don't wear mascara unless I'm getting my makeup done.
Well, we can also put a strip on too if you feel better with that. But I know what you mean. My eyelashes do that same thing. It's... What can you do? Not bad.
It looks the same. We'll try to put some lashes on. How about that?
Okay.
All right. All right, guys. So we are going to venture in putting these lashes on. We're going for, I know they look fluffy and they look a little intimidating, but this is typically what I wear, as you can see the collection here. So we went ahead and put a little bit of glue on there, and trick, I know all of you ladies out there know, okay, and some gentlemen too, that you need to put a little bit of glue on the strip. First of all, clean the glue off if you're using lashes over and over. A thin layer of glue, let it sit, let it get a little bit tacky so that the eyelash has something to like grip on and it doesn't
slip everywhere.
There you go. What Marissa said. Okay.
Now we're gonna come from above. And Ty said, you know, I wear lashes all the time, but I'm not used to wearing them, or putting them on rather. And so I recommended her start higher and then just aim to be putting it as close to your lash line as possible. And just kind of by gently lowering it. I said you can use tweezers, your fingers, whatever is going to feel more comfortable. Oh my gosh. Okay. She's a pro. If this doesn't happen for you right away, that's okay too. Now you're going to try and tug the corners into place.
Oh boy.
That's okay.
Oh no.
Okay, I jinxed you just a little bit.
Right.
So you did really good. I just pulled it a little bit up. And in that corner, And you can use your finger too to kind of like push up underneath the lash. Yes.
I don't even know if that's on.
So I'm just gonna be... Oh, there's a little bit right there.
All right, guys. I definitely see why people don't put their lashes on camera, so I'm going to put the other one on myself off camera.
It's a learning curve.
It is. It definitely is.
Okay.
Go to. All right, guys. So we have the lashes on. I'm not going to lie. I had to have Marissa really help me with these. But yeah, we're almost done.
Yes.
Can you freaking believe it? Okay, so I am going to just, my staple, like, I usually do like a very basic liner because I try not to, usually my outfit is like speaking enough, and I have like a little like chestnut, so I guess I'm going to do like a nudie type of lip. I don't overline my, I don't go over, but I try to go within my lip, you know, the natural line of my lip. Okay. How are we looking?
Beautiful.
Okay. That's the one thing I know how to do.
Yeah, I was gonna say that came so easy to you.
I usually just go for like a clear or whatever. What
Cute.
nudie one do you?
Do you have chocolate? Or, I think the Fenty gloss.
Oh, chocolate.
Hot chocolate, I think it's called, or something like that. That would be
Yeah.
pretty. Ooh, yes, I love that one.
Alrighty. And this just goes in the center, right? Or all over?
Either one.
Alright.
I love gloss. The more the better.
And I always talk about my nephew and my sister's lips. And it looks like I need some water now.
Oh, stop. No, that looks so pretty.
All right. What do we think? Oh my gosh. Now we just got to get the hair and the full look. And yes, y'all, I will come back and show y'all the absolute final. I want to thank Marissa for taking the time out of her day to come and teach us. I have to say us because it's more than just me. Us on how to put our makeup on, especially for vacation. So
Of course.
thank you.
So fun. You did so good.
Alrighty. Okay, guys. So I am back, and I just, you know, threw me on a little wig or whatever. But I wanted to come back and show you guys without my bonnet on and things like that. So I wanted to have the hair kind of off so you guys can kind of see. This is what we're looking like, my final makeup. Can y'all see a little bit of the highlight? I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's that bad at all. I can definitely, I thought this was very beginner friendly. It was very quick. I think it's going to take me some time to perfect it, to be more precise, to, you know, really start really playing with things and maybe playing with a little bit more eye makeup. I just want to apologize to you guys. Like, yeah, I feel like I really couldn't dive deep into color or anything like that because I just feel like, of course, when you're ready to film a video, my skin doesn't want to act right. So what else could go wrong? Don't answer that question. Anyways, yeah, guys, so thank you for watching me do my makeup. This is going to be a similar look on my upcoming vacay. I'm sure you guys will tune in for that. Other than that, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and give me a like if this video was helpful to you and you want to see more like this, me venturing into doing my makeup. Don't forget to click that notification bell so that you know the next time that I post a video. And thank you guys again. Peace.